that didn't last long. So last Saturday, Khabib says that's it, 29-0. I promised my mum I am never going to fight in the UFC in the octagon again. Fast forward 6 days. Dana White's been on the phone to Khabib and he might be going 30-0. Basically, everyone was feeling emotional. This is straight from an interview with CBS Sports. And basically, Dana White said he was completely emotional that night. When he got through that fight, I have a feeling that he might go for 30-0. I don't think he's going to retire. His dad wanted him to get to 30-0. I think he wants to honor his dad's wishes. So completely going against everyone. The whole discussion was, is it true? Is he going to be doing it? Is he going to actually walk away 29-0? He promises mum. He seems like that type of guy. It looks like it's not going to happen like that. It looks like he might be coming back. My question to you, and I'm going to start with you, Rob, is who should that fight be against? 30-0.
GSP. 100% GSP. He's the one who they've always said should be the 30th fight because he, at the moment, on paper, is the best to ever do it. I think that's a target. GSP has already got 2 world titles. If he gets a third one, that would be unheard of and would be absolutely amazing. And I think with the pull they both have, that would sell like absolutely just the most insane pay-per-view in the world. But yeah, I think GSP. And I think the styles, they're both wrestlers. GSP is a bit bigger than him, which may nullify Khabib a bit, but I think that would definitely be the best one.
GSP cannot suck down to 155. I just don't think he can get down now. I think if they're going to do it, it'd have to be a catch weight. He's never...
No, it would have to be. Yeah.
They wouldn't do it at catch weight.
No, because I think Khabib can easily go up. Like he's walking around rate is about 190. So him moving up to 170 is going to be nothing for him. Like, that's a cut in itself for him going to 170.
But why would GSP come back? Rob's right. He'd come back for a title fight. I don't think he cares about fighting Khabib and getting mauled unless there's something to do with his legacy. Is the legacy only being 29-1, I guess?
I think that is the legacy fight, though. Khabib versus GSP, like winner is the greatest of all time.
I thought you were just calling winner the greatest of all time. Then
I am the greatest.
What's that got to do with anything?
But to be honest, that is true. Like if he wants to shut up John Jones, and if John Jones is not coming out to fight anytime soon, I don't think he will be. But if he wants to really shut him up, if he beats GSP, then you're going to shut him up. At least for now, until John Jones comes back out.
I don't want to see GSP. I don't want to see an old man get mauled by Khabib, and I really do believe he'd destroy him. I want to see Khabib going against the top lightweights in the world. I want to see Khabib versus Tony Ferguson more than anything. Tony Ferguson gets a win over a Michael Chandler, over a Dustin Poirier, over anyone. I think he deserves that fight. And that fight's tried to be made 5 times. I think one more time. Let's go for 6. Let's do it. Let's get to be 30-0. That is the legacy fight for Khabib. That means if he wins that, he's cleaned out that entire division and he's fought his biggest technical rival in terms of his fight.
Yeah, but there'll always be the thing that GSP had to cut ridiculous weight to come down to lightweight to face Khabib. Like, if Khabib wants to cement himself as the greatest of all time, he has to move up to GSP because he doesn't have that title at the moment. I think GSP has the title of the greatest of all time. So if he wants to take that crown, he has to go up to GSP and beat him, not the other way around.
I don't think the Ferguson fight is as appealing since he got absolutely mauled by Gaethje about 4, 5, 6 months ago, whatever it was. And then Khabib just beat Gaethje up even worse than Gaethje beat
MMA math doesn't work.
I know, but ask me 2 or 3 years, ask me even a year ago, would have been so on that hype. That is the fight to make.
You're on that hype. If they make that fight,
I am a little bit.
I mean,
hype. It does sound pretty nice.
Yeah, you'll be on the hype.
And the more I think about GSP cutting down, the less likely I think it is. Yeah. But if they just did it a year ago, Ferguson, he's a bit, I don't know. I don't think he's the fighter he was just from the damage he's been taking over the last few years. And I think it'll just be another Khabib absolute mauling and a bit underwhelming.
What about the fight that Dana White wants, which is McGregor 2? Like, I'd see it again. I think McGregor did well the first time, and I'm there for it to be the second time if Khabib can be convinced to do it.
To be honest, actually, really, like in terms of watching, I would be more excited for that than a Tony Ferguson fight because I think he would beat up Tony Ferguson. Just everything I see from the way they both fight, I can't see what Ferguson will do to Khabib at all. That would to actually let him lose. I just can't see it. I really can't see it. But I don't.
Yeah.
I think the same with Conor, to be honest. But the reason
No,
I prefer to
I
see
think-
a Conor fight is just because of all of the palaver around it.
Thing is, right, McGregor lost the first fight against Diaz. He came back and made lots of changes to how he trained. Like, I'm pretty sure he had like a movement coach before the Diaz fight, and then he got rid of it the second time round. And he changed up Harry's fight, and he came back and beat Diaz in a really tactical fight on his part. So if he was to go against Khabib again, like Conor's got one of the best IQs in the fighting game. He's going to change his style of approach. Like the round he won, he's going to try and make sure that that's every single round.
There's no way you can compare Diaz to Khabib.
Yeah,
like...
No, I'm comparing it how he changed up his style of fighting. That's all I'm comparing. Like, he still lost against Diaz. Like, he got submitted the same way.
I think he lost against Diaz, possibly the second fight as well. Though. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I think it was a clear win. I had it as free.
It was not a clear win. A clear win for who?
He clearly won 3 rounds.
No, the 5th round was contradictory, hugely.
I think he won 3-2, but it's not clear by any means. But I get what you mean.
But yeah.
No, I think just the way Khabib fights, there's no way you can. How do you prepare like that for someone like that short time? Whereas Diaz, his cardio was just done, so he just sorted that out, stayed up, had a different game plan. Whereas Khabib, like no one knows how to beat him. Whereas Diaz, it was really well documented, just kick his legs, and that's what he did.
Yeah,
I do think Khabib Conor would do better than Ferguson there.
The thing is, I don't see it being Ferguson because you've seen the numbers for the Khabib and Gaethje, and I get it that is because it's European, it might have had less numbers per se, but I don't think that Ferguson would do more numbers than Gaethje versus Khabib. So if you want to give the one last big money fight, it has to be Conor McGregor, it has to be GSP, and I don't think there's any other 2 people.
But Gaethje Ferguson did more views than Khabib Gaethje.
Right.
I think, yeah, but Ferguson's lost since then, so I think the sort of gloss has gone off it a little bit.
No, but you can't use that logic. You can't use the logic Chris just made if Ferguson has already drawn more than Gaethje. So I think there's more hype.
That was before he lost, though.
I don't care. I think there's hundreds and hundreds of fans that would still pay for that because it is like
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Okay, I'm going to come around to you one by one, and you say who you want Khabib's 30-0 fight to be. Not 30-0, but that his potential last fight.
30-0.
Okay, winner. What do you reckon?
Conor McGregor, just because of all the build-up, would be hilariously entertaining. And like, regardless of the result, the build-up is going to be amazing.
Rob.
GSP. If GSP doesn't want to do it, then yeah, McGregor.
Chris.
GSP at 170.